everyone, Dr. Melissa here, and today we're going over mindful mobility movements, an empowering yoga class. As you can see, we are in a different space. We're in our gym so that we can really work on our mobility to help with our performance in any of the activities that you're doing. I have a special guest that is joining us today. My boyfriend Akili is going to be joining us so he can work on his mobility too. Two things you're going to want to grab before we get started: a lacrosse or tennis ball, and a yoga block. No worries if you don't have them. I'll show you ways to modify. Go grab your mats and let's do this. Alrighty, let's get working on that mindful mobility. You ready?
Let's do this.
Here we go. Get those feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Heels are slightly in, toes are out. And I want you to work on your breathing, that 360-degree breath going all the way around your rib cage. Keep it out of your chest and out of that really big belly breathing. We're trying to get our rib cage to expand. So let's take a nice gentle breath in, lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. One more time. Lift those arms all the way up. This time on your exhale, play around with blowing through a straw, or like you're blowing out birthday candles. Press those palms together. As you do that, you should notice lower abdominals kicking on. Now we're gently gonna bend over towards the right hand side. And then head over towards the left hand side. Very gentle movements, really paying attention how one side moves compared to the next. And then maybe you start to add the arms into it as we go over towards the left. Bring those arms over, and then to the right. Maybe you make your stance a little bit wider, going from side to side. Spread your toes. Notice what happens in your hips. Get that trunk moving from side to side. We're warming everything up, really working on that mobility. Good. We're gonna do 3, 2, 1 more. Bring it back through towards center, straighten up. We're gonna turn our feet to face the right hand side. So pull your right hip back, left hip forward, drive through that back heel. Sweep the arms, lift them up, keep the rib cage dropped. Exhale, rotate, right hand side. Stretch through those fingertips. Make sure you're not gripping those toes in front. Good. Inhale, lift those arms back up overhead. Exhale, rotate to that right hand side. Keep pressing through your back heel. One more time. Inhale, sweep those arms, lift up. Exhale. Good. Inhale, lift those arms, come up overhead. Straighten that right leg out. Pull your right hip back. You're gonna exhale, bring your hands down towards your front thigh. Slowly slide down, keeping a nice flat back till you feel the little pull, and then pull yourself, come back up. Good. Exhale, little hinge. Keep pulling your right hip back. Lift back up. How those hamstrings doing? Good. Fold forward. And then back up. One more time, you're gonna fold forward just till you feel that little pull, and then I want you to pull your chin in towards your chest, round out through your mid-back, and then sink your chest down, look up at the ceiling. One more like that. Press into your palms, round everything out, chin to the chest. And then sink your chest, look up at the ceiling, and notice how you're moving. It changes the pull in the back of that thigh. Bend through that front knee. Inhale, sweep those arms, lift up overhead. Turn the feet to face the side of your mat. This time, heels in, toes are facing out. You're gonna take your right hand down to the inside of your right thigh. Exhale, drop down. Take your left arm towards the sky. Rotate from the rib cage. Inhale, pull yourself up, left hand down, right arm spins open, and you're pushing those knees back behind you. Inhale, lift up. Use your breath, switching from side to side. You can go as fast or as slow as you want, being very mindful of your movements, working on that mobility. Good, we're gonna do one more time each side. So we've got that right hand side, and then over towards the left. Pull yourself, come up, straighten out through those legs, turn them to face the left hand side. Left hip pulls back, right hip goes forward. Drive through your right heel. Sweep those arms, lift all the way up. Exhale, rotate, left hand side, stretch through those fingertips. Inhale, sweep the arms back up, spread your left toes. Exhale, rotate towards the left. Inhale, lift back up. Keep that rib cage dropping down. One more time. Exhale, twist it out. You might start to feel that left booty kicking on a little bit too. Now we're gonna straighten the left leg. Pull your left hip back. Your hands come down towards your left thigh. Hinge, slide it forward. Lift the tailbone, keep that back flat, and then pull yourself back up. We're going just till you feel the little pull. Fold forward, little pull in the back of the thigh. Pull yourself, come back up. One more time, slide it forward. And now you're gonna hold here, press into your palms, round everything out, pull your chin towards your chest. And then you're gonna look straight ahead, sink down. Notice how the pull changes. Pull your chin in towards your chest, round it out. And then sink through that chest, lift your head. Awesome work. We're gonna bend through that left knee. Drop down onto your right knee, coming all the way down towards the ground. Now, if you have that block, you can grab hold of your block and place it just to the inside of your left foot, or maybe both of your hands come down towards the ground. And you're gonna gently rock from side to side, trying to loosen up those hips. Maybe you rock forward and backwards. If you're feeling really good, maybe you can come down onto those elbows. Maybe you're staying up on your block, it's totally cool. And just notice your hips, opening up those hips. Do you feel it in your back? And still using your breath. Right now we're gonna walk those hands back. Press into your left foot, come all the way up. Tuck that right hip underneath you. Nice, gentle breath. Sweep those arms, lift all the way up overhead. This time we're gonna bend our elbows, open into a cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades, gaze up at the ceiling. Inhale, lift the arms, come up, straighten your left leg, hinge forward at the hips. Bring your hands down towards your front thigh. Nice breath in here, pull your chin towards your chest, round everything out. Bend through your front knee again. Bring those hands down towards the block or the ground. Rock from side to side, forward and backwards. Use your breath. Awesome. Then we're gonna slowly straighten out, press into your left foot, pull yourself up, tuck that tailbone underneath, rib cage dropped, sweep the arms, lift up overhead. Exhale, open, come into your cactus arms, open through the front of your chest. Inhale, lift those arms up overhead, straighten out through that left leg. Hinge forward, pull your left hip back, nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Bend through that left knee. Right hand comes down towards the ground. Spin your left arm towards the ceiling. And we'll take your left leg, step your left leg back, reach through that back left heel, pressing up into your side plank. Left arm floats overhead. Maybe you turn your gaze to look at your right hand. Nice, gentle breath in. Pull yourself, come all the way up. Bend over towards that left hand side. Right arm floats up overhead. Inhale, pull yourself, come here, bring your hands down towards the ground, and then you're gonna sink the hips back, and then pull them forward. Nice inner thigh stretch, opening up those hips. Try to keep your back nice and flat. Good job over there. Okay, we're gonna do one more time. And then slowly start to walk your hands towards the front of your mat. Keep reaching through that back left heel. Toes stay down on the ground. Press into your palms. Take your right arm, spin your right arm all the way up towards the ceiling. And then sweep underneath. Press into your left hand. Rotate that right arm up. And back down. Awesome. One more time. Press all the way up. And then bring it back down. And then we're just gonna bring that left leg in. Take your right leg, send your right leg straight back. Press through your back heel. Press into your right palm. Left arm floats towards the sky. Exhale, sweep underneath. How does one side compare to the other side? Noticing your mobility, being very mindful of all of your movements, and you're not judging anything. You're just noticing how you're moving, and you can use your breath to ease into it. Awesome, left hand comes down. We're gonna spin that right arm open towards the sky. Press those hips all the way up overhead, stretch through those fingertips. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Pull yourself, come all the way up. Take your right hand down towards your thigh. Keep those rib cage dropped. Lift the left arm all the way up overhead. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Pull yourself, come back up. Those hands come down towards the ground. You could also use your block. And we're opening up that right inner thigh as you sink the hips back. And then pull yourself up. Good, sink those hips back. And back up. And do you notice a difference? Left side, right side?
Yes.
Good, and just making note. Good, last one. Good, now we're gonna walk those hands back towards the front of your mat. You're gonna take your right leg, drive your right leg in towards your chest, step that foot forward. Now your hands can come to the inside or they can come down onto your block. And here we go. Open up that right side, gently wiggling from side to side, maybe forward and backwards. Use your breath. Good. On your next exhale, we're gonna press into that right foot. Pull yourself, come up. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift up. Exhale, open right in between those shoulder blades. Gaze up at the ceiling, cactus arms. Arms come back up overhead, straighten out through your front thigh. Hinge forward, and you're not cranking into it, just a very gentle till you feel the pull. Or maybe you go, woof, it's tight. And then bend through your front knee. Hands come back down to the inside or come down to your block. You're wiggling from side to side. Maybe you can come down onto your forearms. I definitely notice this side is much tighter for me. Good. Press into the right foot, pull yourself, come back up, tuck that left hip underneath. Sweep those arms, lift up. Exhale, open cactus arms. Inhale, lift back up. Straighten out through that front thigh. Hinge that right hip back. Folding forward, nice gentle stretch. Pull your chin in towards your chest. And then you're gonna gently bend through that front knee again. Your hands are gonna come back down towards the ground. Take your right leg and just step that right leg back, and you're gonna come down to a comfortable seated position. We're gonna bring those legs straight out in front. Hands are gonna come back behind you. I know this is your favorite. And then we're gonna work on some more of that mobility in our hips. So drop your legs over towards the left-hand side. And then we're gonna pull them up over towards the other side. You're working on getting those knees down towards the ground. And once they get that way, really pressing them in towards the ground. Stay lifted through your chest, lifted through your tailbone, and just use your breath side to side. Notice how they might start to open up. Now, if you wanna add on, if you go back to that left side, maybe you pull yourself, come up, and reach that arm behind. That right arm comes up. Or you can stay like Akili and just work on the hips side to side. Right side, that left arm reaches towards the back. And really seeing, where do you feel it in your hips? Do you feel it in your low back? Creating that movement going from side to side. Good, let's do one more time each side. Good, last one. And then bring it back through towards center. Now we're gonna go ahead and grab the ball. If you don't have a ball, what I'm gonna have you do is roll your yoga mat up. We're gonna work on loosening up our lower abdomens and part of our hip flexors. So we're gonna take the ball, right hand side, and you're just gonna place, so here's your belly button, and then the front of your hip, right in between there. And if you have your yoga mat, roll your yoga mat up. Same thing, just place it just below your belly button. Okay, here we go. Down onto our stomachs. You might have to wiggle up or wiggle down a little bit. You will know when you find that right spot. Did you find it?
I certainly think so.
You're gonna take gentle breaths. You can rest your head all the way down. Take a nice gentle breath in. You're pushing your stomach into that ball. And then on that exhale, let the ball sink in. Take another nice gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. If this is feeling really good, maybe you want to lift that right leg up. Maybe you don't want any more intensity. You're trying not to grip any of your muscles really tight. You're using your breath. Good. For 3, 2, last 1, wherever you're at. Awesome. Now we're just going to switch. Bring that ball. If you're using the ball, switch it over towards your left-hand side. And if you've got the mat rolled up underneath, you're going to keep doing the same thing. We're breathing into it, opening up. You might have one side that's a little tighter, and that's okay. Maybe you stay up. Maybe you come all the way down. You're just using your breath. And then maybe we lift the left leg or bring it down. But really use the power of your breath here to open up those muscles, creating more mobility. And then noticing left side, right side. What do you feel? Good, we've got one more. Awesome, exhale, let it go. Whew. Now if you got the yoga mat, roll that yoga mat out. We can take that ball off towards the side. You're gonna press yourself, come up, and just sink the hips back into a child's pose. Let your head get super heavy. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then we're gonna pull ourselves, come forward, come all the way back down onto your stomach one more time. Forearms are gonna come straight out in front. You're pressing down into your forearms. You're going to round through your mid-back, pull your chin in towards your chest, and then you're gonna pull yourself forward, sink the chest forward, open through the collarbones, gaze up at the ceiling. Good, keep moving in and out of those two. Use your breath, notice how your back moves. And we do one more time through. Being gentle, easing yourself into it. Awesome. And then just roll onto your back. Coming all the way down, get nice and heavy. You're gonna bring those knees in towards your chest. Gently rock from side to side. Pull your right leg in nice and close. Your left leg is gonna go all the way out. Lengthen through that left heel and take your right leg over towards that left hand side. You're gonna turn your gaze over towards your right hand. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now you can stay and hold here. If you want, maybe you take that right arm, sweep your right arm all the way up overhead. This big circle, you might roll on to that left side a little bit, and then take the arm right back behind you. Sweep all the way up overhead again. Notice how your shoulder blade moves. And then reach back behind. Awesome. Then we'll come all the way back through towards center. Bring that left knee in, grab hold of your left knee, right leg goes out. Reach through your heel, nice gentle breath. And then we're gonna take that left leg over towards the right hand side. Left arm comes out. Do you feel like your mid-back, your hips, your low back? Breathe out into that rib cage, exhale, let it go. Good. Take one more nice breath in. And you can stay here if you want to take those left fingertips. Maybe they stay on the ground, maybe they come up, but you start to create that big circle. Roll on to the right side, and then open it up. Good. One more time through circling. Good. And then open it back up. Bring those knees back in towards your chest. Curl all the way up. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then we're lengthening out. Reach through your fingertips. Arms come all the way up overhead. Nice big breath. Exhale, get super heavy and let it all go. Good. We're gonna take one nice big breath. Reach through those fingertips, lengthen out. Exhale, get super heavy. And those arms come back down by your side. Scoot those feet in. Gently roll onto your left-hand side. Press yourself, come all the way back up. Good. We'll take one last nice cleansing breath in. Lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. All right, awesome job with that mindful mobility movement today. Keep up the good work, noticing those little differences, left side versus your right side, using your breath to ease into it. I wanna give a big thanks to my boyfriend for joining us today. Thank you. All right, until next time, namaste.